Hey there, Amir here with another React challenge that could really give you an edge on your interviews. Today we are going to implement this simple timer. This timer has a start or resume button that when we click it will start counting. We can stop it and then resume it again, or we can reset it, like so. If you'd like to do the challenge, please pause the video right now and see how you can resolve it. Otherwise, grab your notepad and get ready to code along. Okay, now we have our sandbox ready. So let's go here. First remove these two because we don't want them. And let's say this is a h1 here, saying timer. Then have a span for minutes and seconds. So span, let's say minutes. Then we will have three buttons for the functionalities. So let's say we have a div here with three buttons. Let's say this is start or resume, then stop, and then reset. Okay, so now we have everything here ready. These three will have three functions to call. So on click, each of them will call a function. This will call, let's say, on start. This will call the on stop, and this will call the on reset. Let's define these functions here as empty functions for now. So on start, like so. Now we need to store the time that passes on so that we could add to it every 1 second. So we need to store it in a state. So let's have a state called timer, and then we will use the use state, and we define the first value to be 0. So we go from 0. And then on start, the thing that we could do is have an interval that will start from the 0. So let's say this will be every second, and here we would just set the timer function like so. And now let's go to here and say, so this is the floor of time divided by 60, like so, and let's give it some space here and here, and also here. And this one is only timer divided by 60 and getting their remainder. Okay, so let's see how does this work. Okay, the counting is working on. So, but there is a problem with this code that I will show to you later. So let's go and implement the other two parts, and then we will find the error and resolve it. So here, the only thing that we would do is just reset the timer to 0. So if I go back here, if I start counting, and I will reset, it will go to 0, and then we'll start counting again. Great, so this part is working. Now let's go to the stop. Now, this gets interesting now, because on this stop here, we need to be able to have access to this interval and clear the interval. So we need to define a variable outside the scope of these two that will point to the interval and doesn't change on the re-renders, so that we could assign the set interval to that. And that's a perfect example for using useRef. So here I would go and say const id is useRef, and we start with null, like so. Okay, now that I have defined my ref, I can use it here. So I would go and say id dot current is this value, and on this stop we would just, as suggested here, clear the interval like so. Now let's go and see how we did it. So we go here, starts, and when I press stop, it will stop. Then I can reset, start again, and then reset and go again. Okay, so this looks working, but there is a problem here. That is, when I am doing the timer and it's running, I can press the start and then it will start a new interval. So if I click it a few times here, you can see that the timer will go on very fast because I have defined a number of intervals. So I need to say here that if there is an ongoing interval, then don't do anything if I press this one. So here I can say if id.current exists, return, otherwise set the id.current. Now if I go here and start, it will start counting, and it doesn't matter how many times I press start, it will just skip this part. Okay, now I can start, and then I can stop and do reset. But now if I press the start again, there is a problem. And the problem is the id.current still exists. We have just cleared it, but we haven't reset this value to null, so I cannot start. So let's go here. You can see it's not working. So the thing is, when I am here, I need to set that the id.current is again null. So when I press the start again, it will recreate it. So now let's go and see. I can refresh, start, stop, then start again. It will continue, then stop, reset, start again, and it's working perfect. So yeah, this was the challenge for today. I hope you have enjoyed the video. If there is any comment or suggestion, please provide it in the comment section down below. And if you like the video, please subscribe to my channel. It's very much appreciated.